Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well. And peace, blessings, and salutation to the elect of the nation of Israel. To you I say Shalom. And on the screen, you see a so-called black woman, right? With, her requirements. And yes, it's like a cartoon version, but, a lot of women, especially the so-called black women, they really want these requirements. And, whoever made this cartoon image or post, they did it for a reason, because this is their requirements. This is what they require a lot of the times. While men require, just respect and peace, women require, women will have their requirements for men. They want a man to be 6 feet or above. Or sometimes they may say, oh, they need a man at least 6'2", or 6'3". It's absolutely ridiculous. 6 figures, no baby mamas, handsome, a nice car, good in bed, a mind reader. Man, it's a bunch of BS. While, men require just peace, man. They want peace in their relationship. So I want to bring out Proverbs 21, verse 9. It is better to dwell in a corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. Proverbs 25, verse 24. It is better to dwell in the corner of the housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. All right. So that was Proverbs 21, verse 9. And this is Proverbs 25, verse 24. It says the same thing. You see that? The Good News Translation says, this is Proverbs 25, verse 24. Better to live on the roof than share the house with a nagging wife. Wow. You see that? Because a nagging wife, what's going to happen? It's going to be no peace. Let's get this word nagging. Of a person constantly harasses someone to do something. Yeah, these women saying, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to take me out, you need to buy this, you need to do this. Constantly harassing their man. You need to buy me flowers. You need to do this and do that. Complaining, expressing dissatisfaction or annoyance about something. A lot of these women are dissatisfied with their men or with their man. A lot of these women are adulterous. Okay. Another definition says persistently painful or worrying, troublesome, causing difficulty or annoyance. Women are difficult to deal with. They're the weaker vessel. They don't have the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai in them like that, because the Most High Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai is really dealing with the men, with the man of the Lord. Okay, the prophet, primarily the prophet. Okay, the prophet. Annoyed to irritate a person with persistent fault finding or continuous urging. Right, that's these women. That's women in general. But we're really speaking on the women of the tribes, the Israelite women, the Israelite woman. Okay? And that's all these women do is they try to find fault with their man constantly, belittle them constantly. Okay? This is what they do by default. That's why it's very important for men to know a woman's nature, know how they operate. You have to know a woman's nature. Men need to know how women operate so the man won't get got, if you will. But these women, they're difficult to deal with. The scriptures warns us of these wicked attributes of women. All right, they're loud, clamorous. They don't know anything to that degree. When it comes down to spiritual things, women do not know spiritual things like that. You may have women that may be more mature than other women. Yeah, but overall, women are not spiritual like that. They need to, learn from their husband, you know. Women, they're like children. I want to bring out this scripture. It talks about how the Lord deprived them of wisdom. This is Job 39, verse 17. Because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. There you go. Mm-hmm. These women, they don't know how to operate in society like that, man. They need to be taught. And yes, women are very evil. They're evil. They're wicked. Okay? They're very evil and wicked. All a man want in their relationship is peace. 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 Because men are more simple than women. Okay? Women can't thrive under adversity, but men can. Women want you to be a mind reader. We don't want to read your mind. We're not trying to we're not with the games, but women are with the games. And as you can see, this cartoon image right here, you see she looks miserable. She's a single mom with 5 children. But guess what? She got all these requirements. This is how modern women think. This is Matthew 5, verse 9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Yeah, blessed are the peacemakers. Yeah, the believers, starting with the prophets of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Okay, blessed are the peacemakers. These women, they're not about making peace, man. I'm trying to tell you. All right. These women, these modern women, these westernized women, they are the worst. Okay, they rather go after Pookie and Ray Ray. They rather go after drug dealers. A lot of these women are gold diggers. Okay, and it's clear to see that they do need a man, even though they say they don't need a man. You see, a lot of these women are feminists. They're into Esau's philosophy, and they will go and be with that person. I'm gonna say it like this: women want they will be go out. They will go after the individual that's in power. Whoever's in power, that's who they will cleave on to. And who's in power right now? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And there you see a lot of our women. They're cleaving onto the serpent, the devil. That's how the serpent beguiled Eve. This is 2 Corinthians 11, verse 3. But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent being a wicked person, a wicked individual who was crooked in the spirit. He was cunning on the left hand side, very deceitful. He was the devil, a deceiver. That serpent was a person. That serpent beguiled Eve. Okay, through his subtlety. So your minds should be corrupted from the simplicity that's in Mashiach. So the serpent beguiled Eve. Eve hearkened unto the serpent's philosophy. And that's what's happening now. But now you see what the government is removing their benefits from helping women. And now you see these women going on YouTube or TikTok or social media, and now they're complaining how the government has bamboozled them. It's the same thing all over again. Eve is being beguiled through the serpent's subtlety. Okay? That serpent that beguiled Eve wasn't actually a snake. No. It's talking about a person, a wicked individual, a magician, a person that operates on the left hand, a witch. Okay? A witch, a warlock, a diviner, an enchanter that pushes out enchantments. Who's doing that? Esau, Edom. Okay? So that wicked spirit that beguiled Eve, that wicked spirit is here today. They're back here today. That wicked spirit. Job 9 verse 24, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. So the wicked is ruling. The wicked is considered that the serpent. And they're pushing forth what? And they're pushing out enchantments constantly. Okay? This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 25, verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go. That's right, let her go. You see, a woman's supposed to follow a man. A woman's supposed to follow their man. You know, they supposed to be in order. They supposed to be subjugated to that man. That's the rightful order. But these women, they want to do it their way. They think their way is right. And they end up with children. They end up being single. They just ended up being through, man. This is a generational thing. This happens over and over again. They go for the so-called bad guy. It's just the same thing over and over again, man. You know? That's why we need the kingdom. So with that, all praises, glory, and honor be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakodash. Shalom.